Good afternoon, all. I've never kept anything to 7 minutes in my life, so here goes. Picture this. Tomorrow, you're back at school, and before you have time to put your books down, here comes Johnny's mother. Words like helicopter, demanding, pushy, lawnmower come to mind. You're not alone. Just like 82% of other Australian teachers who list working with parents as their greatest professional learning need, you have a flight or fight moment. In a previous life as a principal, I also had them. And I actually found it a little easier if you just kept the distance. Kept them for me at the school gate, for you at the classroom door. At the invitation of Sue Clyden, Executive Officer for Independent Schools Parent Network, please check out their website and their Facebook page. I have 2 learning intentions today. I've been haddied out, it's okay. 1, I want you to change your picture of parents from helicopters to ants. Why ants, you say? I want you to see them as part of a colony working together for the benefit of this community. And secondly, I actually want you to see them as part of the solution instead of part of the problem. And secondly, I want to introduce you to 6 effective parental engagement strategies. I hear you say she wants them to come in past the classroom door and tell us how to teach. No, I don't. You are the expert in your classroom. Stand tall and be very proud of the work that you do. Parents in classrooms, parents on P&Fs, parents on fate committees are only the bottom level of parental participation. I'm actually talking about the second level, which is parental engagement. That's engagement in their child's learning, and the most effective place for that to happen is actually in the home. The third level is parental empowerment. What I do know, though, is all parents just want the best for their child, but they are looking for good quality information and effective strategies, and sometimes they choose the wrong one. When I resigned from being a principal and moved towns, I realised and experienced firsthand that, stay out there. I have 3 children with learning difficulties, and I found it very difficult to get my message across. And I thought, gee, if I have problems, I wonder how other parents fare. What I have realised is I'm the one who's got the greatest investment in whether my child's successful or not. With one child finishing year 12 this year, one 22 and one 25, I also realised that problems don't start at school, they start when they leave school. You've got them for 12 months, I've got to worry about them for a lifetime. I have knowledge about my children as a result of that you don't have access to, mainly because of the number of students you've actually got in your care. But we need to find more creative ways than speed dating parent-teacher nights to actually pay homage to that knowledge. We're actually in this together, or what I call the ANT principle of student success and your well-being. First of all, we've got the principal, the queen bee or the queen ant. They can't do it alone. They enlist your help. And according to Hattie, you are crucial. You're the ones that have the greatest impact on student achievement in the school environment. You've then worked out that if you have that Taylor Swift entourage that we spoke about this morning, that you can actually be more powerful as a group and working in collaborative groups. Then you've engaged students themselves in their own learning, and they've started to ask questions about where am I going, what am I up to, what's the success criteria. My question is, if we engage that very willing army that we've left at the school gate or at the classroom door, we can actually double the effect that we have. How? Research says that parents have just the same effect as you do in the classroom. They can have exactly that in the home, if not greater. But that begs the question, doing what? There are 6 effective parental engagement strategies based on research, just as there are 10 high-impact strategies, according to Hattie and Mazzano, that you can do in the classroom. What if you actually taught parents the language of learning? What if you actually taught them the reason behind your classroom expectations and the love of learning that you're trying to pass on to their children, and they were able to continue that learning in the home? Home, school, same page, same dialogue. It's about teaching them that homework isn't there to punish parents and to rip their hair out. It's actually about taking time to teach their children lifelong learning skills such as grit and perseverance, which strategy to use when, which is most effective. I have a poster and an article on the conference website that explains these in more detail, as 7 minutes is no good for me. There are 6 effective strategies. Number 1, they lead learning in the home. Number 2, there's two-way communication that mutually respects your knowledge as experts in the classroom and my knowledge as a parent in the home. Have high aspirations and realistic expectations, but that can only come out of collaborative dialogue. Develop age-appropriate balance between boundaries and love, authoritative parenting. That's exactly the same as authoritative teaching. Get them to teach their children the value of lifelong learning. Get them to begin early, stay engaged throughout their schooling. However, this will not happen without training for both teachers and parents. What we're trialling at the moment is we're actually training a group of parent leaders and teacher leaders to work together collaboratively in a group to actually get this message out. So we're enlisting more ants in this process, making your job easier and not harder. But you can't do that without training them. We're empowering these people because they'll end up with a qualification that's not only recognised in your school, but also recognised Australia-wide for them to use and grow in their own lives. So, tomorrow, when you see Johnny's parents, could you look at them as ants and not helicopters? Their help is there to be enlisted to make your job easier. As teachers, I'd just like to thank you for all the great work that you do. I'd just like to remind you how crucial what you do is to not only Johnny's success in life, but the success of his family and the community in which he lives. Now, isn't that why we all became teachers? Thank you.